Hi everybody, this is John Taylor with the Purposeful Marketing Group. Our website is purposefulmarketinggroup.com. And in today's short lesson, we're going to be talking about picking the right type of website that helps build your business, make you money, and attract new clients. 3 things I'm sure that every visionary entrepreneur needs more of. Well, the reason this subject matters is because once you rule out the obvious stuff that we talked about in the last lesson, the main reason I see websites fail to help businesses grow and bring in money and paying customers is because the business model doesn't accurately fit the web strategy. So we've got a few vocabulary words. A business model, essentially, is how a business makes money and grows. A web strategy is what you want people to do when they come to your website. So to paraphrase, the main reason I see a lot of people fail in business and in having a successful website to support their business is because their website and their business don't align. So I want to just talk about conversion. This is a little bit of a marketing inside phrase, but what conversion simply means it is getting the average visitor who comes to your site to take a measurable action. Okay? Conversion can be something simple like someone signing up for an email list. It can be someone picking up the phone and calling you, someone buying something on your website, or someone referring your website on a social network or in person. That second half of there is not so easy to track, but hey. So conversion is about getting someone to take some kind of action when they arrive on your site. Now, here's a little secret of the internet. Most business websites convert under 1% of the visitors who come to them. All right? And this is not a trivial point. I want to just give you some numbers to back this up really, really fast. So if you have a website that gets 300 visitors per month, okay, that's 30 people per day, and you convert 1% of those, that means you get 3 people a month calling you, subscribing to an email list, or buying something, okay? Over 1 year, you're going to get 36 leads from your new website, okay? So if you were to able just to double that, all right, let's say you've gotten 300 people, you haven't done any traffic generation, and of those 300 people, now 2% are converting. That means 6 people a month are calling you, subscribing to an email, or taking some kind of action on your website. That means over the year, you're getting 72 new leads and customers to your website. And I just want to take a little hypothetical here. If you had those 36 people coming to your website and half of them bought a $1,000 package, that would mean that $18,000 a year would be coming in from your website. And simply enough, if you had the same 300 people, 2% of them converted, and of those 72 people, half, 36, buy a $1,000 package, you would obviously make $36,000 a year on your website, from your website. So there you go. It's pretty simple. So it's really time to ask yourself if you're the predator or the prey. Do you have a website that's just kind of a hobby that you maybe put up quickly and it came out of a template and one size fits all? Or do you have a really strong business website? And I think we can agree that there's a real big difference between simply having a site on the net and investing in a strong web-based marketing platform that reliably works like a rock star member of your team to build business, attract new clients, and make you money day in and day out. So with no further ado, let's talk about the 3 types of website and how they fit with each type of business. The first one is the hands-on site, the second one is the reaching out site, and the third one is the leadership site. So the first website we're going to discuss is perfect for consultants, one-on-one practitioners, healers, artists, and musicians. And this is the hands-on website. And this serves as a gateway to creating real-world relationships with your clients. So when they come to your website, they should be inspired to take one of the following actions: visiting you at your store, picking up the phone and calling you, scheduling a face-to-face discovery meeting, or coming to one of your open houses or business parties. The strength of this type of site is it has a very low technology curve and it favors new businesses. This can work wonderfully if you are good on your feet and charismatic. And it works even better if you really enjoy, having a lot of high contact with your clients. The second type of website we're going to be talking about is the reaching out website. This is for authors and teachers, blog writers, and people that have a lot of virtual and real-world informational products. So this site is about establishing a two-way relationship with your client through outbound marketing. The actions that your visitors take include signing up for an email list where you can then talk to them over and over again in their inbox, receiving a free gift of some type, joining a webinar or some kind of training session. And your aim is to create a respectful and valuable ongoing relationship with your client where they buy from you over and over again. And normally your product offerings are going to be between the $100 to $1,000 range here. Not really super high end. And finally, the leadership site. This one is great if you're an authority in your field. This site is about asserting yourself as a leader in your field. Being viewed as an authority is not an overnight affair. Chances are that if you are in this position, you're already highly visible, you have a prestigious client base, and a large email following. And by large, I mean somewhere around 30,000 plus people. You're aided by a very skillful support staff, and your number one effort is to think big and act even bigger. The actions that your visitors will be taking include: your audience wants your help, you specifically, your help in overcoming the problems that they face that prevent them from emulating your level of success. Okay? They're going to want to attend your speaking engagements, your trainings, and your seminars, and you're selling really polished home study courses, books, and other resources. You already have a wide email following, somewhere between 30 or 40,000 people, and people want to know more about you personally as a three-dimensional human being. So each one of these sites has its pros and cons. There is an even split between what's good and what's bad between all of them. And I found, just for the sake of brevity, we're not going to go into all the pros and cons on each one here, but we will touch on that at a later time. But the real art and science with any visionary entrepreneur is to find the right mix of these three types of elements and then use them on your website, because every single person is different, every single business is different. And so for here we have what I found to be a pretty normal, when you're first getting started, split out of what most people use, which is it's about 60% hands-on website, about 30% reaching out, which is email building, and then about 10% authority. That's pretty typical, not a bad place to start. So it's really about selecting the right site for the right business. Each one of these sites is used for a very specific type of business, and the number one question we really should be asking ourselves as our time runs out together today is, how does your business make money? Or in other words, what's the very first thing your customers buy from you? So if you're trying to sell an information product, probably building a hands-on website where people are trying to come in and visit you in person is not such a hot idea. In the following lesson, we're going to be discussing how to come up with calls to action that really help empower all three of these sites. Once again, my name is John Taylor. I'm with the Purposeful Marketing Group, and it's been my pleasure to talk with you. If you have any questions, feel free to talk to us. All right, have a great day.